Today's horoscope, Leo February 23rd, 2025. Discover your future with my daily horoscope for you about love, work, health, money and compatibility with other signs. Your resourcefulness comes to the fore today. You are well positioned to work on ways to improve intimacy in a relationship or strategies to work on managing money, especially debt, more efficiently. There can be an answer to a question now, and it's most helpful. Talking frankly about personal matters can be satisfying now. Transits today and tomorrow bring things out into the open quite pleasantly and productively. It's a fine time to release tension and get on with things. Sharing ideas and plans with someone special can boost you up. Influences encourage you to put your ideas in motion and inspire confidence, although with Mars about to turn direct, take your time as you switch gears. There can be some restlessness today, but it's the kind that can lead you to great discoveries. It's also a good time for intimate and financial matters. Jupiter, our planet of luck, is spinning in a vibrant dance. Presently, it is in Gemini until June 9, 2025. By viewing where Jupiter resides, we can better understand how people are engaging in their personal and romantic lives. As Gemini is a very social zodiac sign, romance and focusing on one person may not be as much of a focus. We may feel a more excellent drive to spend time with friends, neighbors, acquaintances, or even siblings. For couples, connecting with their sweetheart and their pals will stimulate many wonderful conversations and adventures and allow you to build many fantastic memories. How can you wind down? The weekend is here, but you might still be in work mode once the moon enters Capricorn. It's detrimental. Your drive, motivation, and ambition are commendable. No other coworker comes close to you. After a busy work week, you may have to keep going. You could take your job home with you this weekend, but this may not be conducive to your overall productivity. You might benefit more from taking a day to rest and relax before getting back on the horse. There are, thankfully, many ways to keep routine and structure interesting. If you are someone who enjoys yoga, there are many different methods to choose from and different positions to choose from within one method. If you enjoy running or walking, there are as many paths to take as there are days in the year. Keep variety as part of your routine so that you do not get bored. It's best to limit your choice of times, however, choose a morning and an evening time and alternate between them. If you find yourself thinking of life in a much more serious way today, it won't be surprising. In fact, if you consider taking this powerful day and putting it to work, you may find you can move mountains. Have you ever considered getting involved in a large-scale community project? With your charm and optimism, you could do so much if you focused your sights in a specific direction. Give it some thought. On the one hand, that the moon is powering up the playful, creative and adventurous side of life's fence today is an ordinary monthly event. When the moon returns to a playful and creative part of your chart each month, it will always form a friendly aspect to the planets that are in your sector of adventure, travel, learning and discovery for the long haul, as it is doing today. The difference this time is that when Juno, the queen of commitment, returned to a playful and creative part of your chart 2 days ago, it was to team up with Venus in an adventurous part. What the moon is briefly inspiring, they will continue to fuel for weeks. The moon is not only still in your romantic sector after the asteroid Juno, the queen of commitments, returned 2 days ago, but continues to bring the spirit of romance and adventure together. After a friendly aspect to Venus, the planet of love, in an adventurous part of your chart yesterday, today's romantically charged lunar vibes are connecting with the rest of the planets there. Daily Planetary Overview. As the moon enters Capricorn, a sign where it is considered to be in exile, you may find that emotions take a back seat today. This isn't necessarily a bad thing, it simply means that the usual waves of sentimentality might feel muted, and expressions of deep feeling may not come as easily as they normally would. Have you ever had one of those days where you know you care deeply about something, but the words just don't seem to come out the way you want? That's the kind of energy at play now. The emotional flow may feel restricted, making it challenging to open up, especially if those around you are not providing the space or understanding you need. It's not that feelings aren't there, but rather that they may be harder to articulate or access. Flexibility will be key today, as unexpected shifts in plans may test your patience. You might have everything mapped out, only to realize that circumstances are pushing you to make last-minute changes or even abandon certain plans altogether. This can be frustrating, especially if you prefer stability and predictability, but instead of resisting, try to see these shifts as opportunities. Have you ever been forced to change direction unexpectedly, only to realize later that it led you to something even better? Often, the detours life throws at us are not roadblocks but redirections towards something more aligned with our growth. By staying adaptable, you allow room for new possibilities to emerge. In relationships, there's a strong pull toward making tangible progress rather than indulging in sentimentality. If you're in a partnership, this is a great time to discuss practical ways to improve your connection, whether through shared responsibilities, long-term plans, or finding new ways to keep things interesting. If you're single, you might feel drawn to someone who shares your ambitions and outlook on life, someone who can offer substance and stability rather than just surface-level attraction. This isn't a day for grand romantic gestures, but rather for meaningful actions that show care and commitment in practical ways. Have you ever had someone do something small but deeply thoughtful for you, something that meant far more than a simple "I love you"? That's the kind of energy that holds weight today. At the same time, be mindful of how you communicate with others. Capricorn's influence can sometimes make us overly blunt or focused on results, which might come across as insensitive. You may feel an urge to take charge and push things forward, but make sure you're not steamrolling over other people's feelings in the process. Have you ever been so focused on getting something done that you unintentionally disregarded how it might affect those around you? Striking a balance between efficiency and empathy will make all the difference. Pay attention to people's reactions and adjust your approach accordingly. If you notice someone withdrawing or becoming defensive, take a step back and reassess whether your tone is as constructive as it could be. With a little diplomacy, you'll find that people are much more willing to support and collaborate with you. With everything running smoothly in your own world, you're in a position to extend your energy outward and offer support to those who may need it. This isn't about grand gestures. It can be as simple as checking in on a friend, offering a helping hand, or sharing some words of encouragement. Sometimes, the smallest acts of kindness make the biggest impact. Have you ever been going through a tough time, only to have someone unexpectedly step in and offer exactly the support you needed? That reminder that you're not alone can mean everything, and today, you have the chance to be that source of comfort for someone else. There's also a powerful drive towards setting meaningful goals and taking concrete steps toward them. If you've been waiting for the right moment to start a project, make a commitment, or bring a long-held idea to life, this energy supports steady and disciplined progress. Capricorn isn't about quick wins, it's about long-term success built on persistence and dedication. Have you ever looked back at something you achieved and realized how much patience and effort it took to get there? That kind of deep satisfaction comes from committing to the process, even when the results aren't immediate. Today, take one step, no matter how small, towards something that matters to you. As the day unfolds, remember that even if emotions feel subdued, this doesn't mean they are absent. Sometimes, the most powerful growth happens in the quiet moments, in the steady efforts, and in the way we show up for ourselves and others when no one is watching. By staying flexible, open to inspiration, considerate in your interactions, and committed to your goals, you can make the most of today's energy and set yourself up for lasting success. What's one step you can take today that your future self will thank you for?